Good morning from all the Law Self-Defense members in the member chat. Welcome, everybody, all the usual suspects, and a lot of new members. We've been picking up a lot of new members. That's always very gratifying. Tony D asks, where is the line of legislating from the bench? Where is the line? That's a good question. What's the limit on the court's ability to do that? Traditionally, it's simply been at the discretion of the court. I mean, the courts can simply come up with word salad arguments for why a statute should be interpreted and applied in a way that's different than the plain English reading of the statute. They're not supposed to do that, but they do it all the time. Now, they know that ultimately they could piss off the legislature enough that the legislature will pass a responsive statute, like appears to have happened here. At one point in Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Supreme Court read out of the law the Castle Doctrine, reimposed a legal duty to retreat in your home. And that induced the Massachusetts legislature, that was also in the 1970s, by the way, that induced the Massachusetts legislature to pass one of the two self-defense statutes that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts has. The self-defense law, defense of others law in Massachusetts is not in statute. It's in court decisions only, which makes it very difficult to learn for lay people. But one self-defense statute they do have basically reversed the Massachusetts Supreme Court and reapplied the Castle Doctrine in the state, relieving you of a legal duty to retreat. So sometimes when the courts go too far in the eyes of the public, the eyes of the legislature can respond with a statutory fix. Of course, I can tell you that in the 50 years since the Massachusetts legislature passed their Castle Doctrine statute to essentially overturn the Massachusetts Supreme Court decision, who do you think gets to interpret that new statute over a 50-year period? Yep, the same Massachusetts Supreme Court you just reversed. You think they'll interpret that statute in as narrow a way as possible? They sure did. In Massachusetts, most states, the Castle Doctrine, you being relieved of an otherwise existing duty to retreat before you can use deadly force in self-defense. The benefit of the Castle Doctrine, being relieved of that legal duty to retreat, applies to you if you are within the four walls of your home while you're defending yourself, of course, but also if you're within the curtilage of the home, outside the four walls, but close enough to the home that you're still within the scope of the home that's part of the normal day-to-day use of the home. That's called curtilage. In Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Supreme Court read away curtilage. In Massachusetts, if you have 1 foot outside your front door, outside the four walls of your home, no Castle Doctrine privilege for you. So yeah, there's often this tension between the legislature and the courts. Happens all the time. And there is no clear line.